From everyday people not trusting digital coins to criminals hiding their funds with privacy tokens, these are the biggest problems with cryptocurrency. Crypto is always in the news, whether it's going way up in price or dropping by half its value. After the fall, people are either scammed or a marketplace where they keep their coins fails. With that in mind, we have to go over why trusting crypto is at an all-time low. Let's first talk about the highly polarized public perception of cryptocurrencies. For every person not interested in crypto at all, we can find a YouTube channel, a podcast, or a crypto bro trying to get you in on the latest coin out in the wild. It is difficult for the average person to keep up with the wildly changing landscape of digital currencies, NFTs, and tokens, which makes the mass adoption of crypto and the blockchain seem further and further into the future. While some people are waking up to the new age of online money, it isn't happening as quickly as it was predicted. This is especially true when huge trading hubs like FTX fall and news agencies milk it for all the sound bites they can. Most of these news broadcasts focus on the failures of the technology rather than the inept leadership, further eroding and even upending the trust users had in their investments. When it comes to the massive scandal that is FTX, it is still unclear what exactly happened to the exchange. When millions of coins and tokens were stolen just hours after they declared bankruptcy. The founder of the exchange, Sam Bankman-Fried, was extradited from the Bahamas in December and was charged with fraud, conspiracy, money laundering, and campaign finance violations. This prompted the SEC to come out and make a statement to the public regarding crypto investments. An excerpt from the statement reads, "FTX's collapse highlights the very real risks that unregistered crypto asset trading platforms can pose for investors and customers alike. As it was the third largest crypto marketplace at the time, the fall of FTX will continue to cause the wider general public to distrust investing or participating in any crypto platforms for a very long time." Despite this huge blow to digital currencies and tokens, the one thing the proponents of these technologies probably have right is not an issue of if, it's an issue of when. But if it is truly inevitable, it still may not be what early adopters hoped for. We only have to take a look at China to see a possible dystopian future of digitized coins. China has banned Bitcoin entirely and implemented its own digital yuan. The problem? It's kind of the MO of China to put a death grip on anything it creates or touches. So their digitized currency flies in the face of what it was originally intended to do in the first place. Because when Bitcoin was made, it was supposed to put financial power back into the hands of the people. But the digital Chinese yuan is arguably the most controlled and regulated currency on the planet. With some of the strongest censorship on Earth and a social credit system to boot, a digital currency controlled by the world's most oppressive regime is a thing of nightmares. It's even been suggested they could put an expiration date on their coins to encourage spending during recessions and discourage any type of savings or amassing of wealth. The scariest part of China creating its own digital currency is that other nations are looking to adopt their own too, including the United States, Australia, and the UK. We can only hope if it does happen, it's as close to the polar opposite of what China has created as humanly possible. Because being able to delete someone's money on a whim due to having a social credit problem is about as horrifying as it can get. When it comes to your wealth just being gone in a blink, waking up and seeing your investment has been cut in half can be pretty horrifying too. We have to talk about how crypto can wildly fluctuate. It's no surprise to anyone that digital coins and assets have an almost imaginary value. If you were to ask someone the value of $1, they could point to being able to buy a small fry off the McDonald's value menu, or perhaps their favorite canned soda. There's still stability to the dollar. And that's true even given rapid inflation and threats of recession. If you want to know the value of a Bitcoin, or a Dogecoin, or a Cardano, you'd have to load up Google on your phone and search for what it's trading for, because it could be $65,000 one day for a Bitcoin and only $16,000 the next. That's exactly what happened in only a year from 2021 to 2022. The extreme price volatility is even worse when a specific token is being hyped. Like when Elon Musk went on Twitter in 2021 and promoted the meme crypto Dogecoin. It went from under 6 cents per coin to over 70 cents. Over 1,000% increase in only 3 weeks. Fast forward to today, and it is just barely over where it was before he got involved, sitting at about 8 cents per coin, a 90% decrease. Pair that with the fact most cryptos are tied to the rise and fall of Bitcoin, and the entire market is up and down like the wind at a moment's notice. Being such a volatile investment, many common people don't want to get involved. Speaking of, there are those who do get involved. The unsavory parts of the world have no problem with the price going up and down. That's right, I'm talking about the criminal underground of cryptocurrencies. It isn't a secret that crypto is highly sought after because of its decentralized nature. You can't stop a transaction on the Bitcoin network, and the only information you can truly know about the coins are where they are now and where they have been. There's no information tying them directly to one person or organization. We can put our monocles on and do some detective work to find out, but it isn't like when you enter your name and credit card number on a transaction with dollars. While Bitcoin itself has a public ledger of where the coins are spent and stored, other privacy coins like Monero are still highly secretive to this day. Did you know that the IRS once had a bounty of $625,000 to crack its anonymity? Yep, true story. It's a requirement for anyone that's made capital gains on cryptocurrency to report it to the IRS. But with Monero and other private tokens, it has become nigh impossible to track. While Monero isn't the only coin out there with such features, cybercriminals and people with privacy concerns have made it their crypto of choice. And that has made the very idea of cryptocurrency to ordinary folk seem suspicious. Turns out people have good reason to be concerned. It's no secret that some cybercriminals are determined to steal people's crypto. Case in point, check out the biggest crypto heist of 2022. The biggest heist of the year saw $625 million worth of Ether and USD coins stolen from the Ronin network, a blockchain that supports the non-fungible token-based video game, Axie Infinity. According to Ronin, the attackers were able to hack nodes, the computers that process network transactions. And unfortunately, the activity went unnoticed until a user was unable to withdraw funds and filed a report. The U.S. Treasury Department later linked the heist to a North Korean state-backed hacking collective known as the Lazarus Group. Sadly, victims of the Ronin hack will likely never get their money back. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the biggest problems with cryptocurrency.